All right, I'm on hole number 7 of the Southcoast tournament. Let's go to Golf Clash Notebook and check out hole number 7. I played these holes so few times I don't remember any of them. This is another one of the par 3s. And I'm going to start off with, make sure I got my notes right on the last one. 1.5 rings out. All right. Every time I came to this, it was in a shootout, and so sometimes I ended up here with Sniper, sometimes I ended up here with a Guardian, sometimes I ended up here with a Kingmaker, sometimes I ended up here with an Av or a Quasar. So I'm going to go through the balls here. So I'm going to take 2 different bags, one with a Sniper, one with a Guardian. And I'm going to start off with a Marlin ball. Let's see what our lines are at. And I think on all of these, curl is a big deal. So let's start off with, let's see here. If we use the low, I'm going to check this out just to see what it looks like with a 0 power ball. And then we'll work through the scale. I'll go to a 1 and a 2 and a 3, and we'll go through and see what they look like. I'm obviously practicing today. I'm not trying to get any good scores. I don't want to burn a ball timing out and use one of my good ones, but it's nice to go through the cycle sometimes. I'll give my opponent a head up, and then I'll just hole in one it. Okay, so with a Sniper, there's our red line. I mean, we're right at red line. Can we get to the hole with a 3 side spin? Oh, we could get there with a 1 side spin. Maybe a 2. Let's see if we can get there with a Marlin. Yeah, we could still get there with a Marlin. Let's see what a Navigator looks like. There's my red line. I'm pretty close. Let's see if I can make it get to it at the red line. Have to move it over a little. Yeah, that's possible. Let's see what kind of movement we got there. All right, I'll come back on the next one. I'll try it out with a Quasar and see how that works. And we're right there at our red line, so we should be right. We should be pretty close to the, we're at the max number, so we should be at 1 per ring. What I will do in one-on-one play, if I get this hole, if I have an opportunity to play, is I'll pick a spot out here at max club. That's the transition between the rough and the fairway. And I will put my bullseye right on that transition and make a wind adjustment and try and be as accurate as I can and hit perfect so that I can see if the ball is hitting that transition or if it's hitting over here, or if it's hitting over here and it's over or under adjusting. And that way I can work those numbers. The last tournament, there were some of the holes, if you watched, I was playing minimum club, but we were using mid numbers because that's just how it played on that hole. Okay, we're right on the outside right there. I'm going to stay in that spot. So we're 4-1, and there's a lot of holes here that our wind adjustment. We have to come at it from the other side if we use the wind ring method. It's about 4-1. Isn't it perfect? And that was inside the hole. So that's either an irregular bounce, or when we did that pull, the wind pushed us another ring in, and we should have been doing, even though we were at max club, I may have needed to make a bigger wind adjustment. I time out and I still end up, I'm going to let them win. Let them win. yeah, there were some of the couple tournaments ago, we had some new holes and some of these new par threes, and it took all week long, but when the weekend round came around, I was like right on. Where I started off at the beginning of the week, it was really poor, and by the weekend round, I hole-in-one 3 of the 6 par threes that we had. So it's just a matter on these par threes, and really, it's all about your game and your clubs, because if you've got exactly the same clubs as me, then we're probably going to be shooting the same thing. But if you've got different clubs, and everybody out there's got different clubs, so you're going to have to figure out what you have and keep dialing it in. But right there, it looked to me like there was the wind adjustment. I did a 4-1 ring pull. I had 4-1 wind, and I ended up at least a good ring off. So that's either it's taking in a regular bounce with all that side spin, or with all that side spin on there, or that wind is actually, because of elevation, I should have pulled that. I should have added on another 20% for wind and made a 5-ring adjustment. And then that would have put us right there. So on that hole number 7, I'm gonna put a note here. Try plus 20% wind. And so I'll try it one more time, doing what I did right there, and then I'll start making adjustments to it and see if we can dial that in a little bit closer. All right, that was hole number 7, par 3 of the Southcoast tournament in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.